And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first home athletic event of the season of the 2019-2020 academic year. I'm Marcus Johnson, thanking you for joining us for men's soccer here at the Pacer Pit on the campus of the University of South Carolina, Aiken, where the Newberry Wolves come to visit. Now Newberry out of their huddle, now waiting on USC Aiken to finish up, and then we will get things started. Chris Caudell will get things started for the Pacers as we wait for the official go, and now we have it, and we are underway. Pacers looking to bring it in quickly. Ball is going to end up rolling out of play into the stands, and Newberry will take on over. Quick throw-in. Wolves bringing it up slowly, keeping it away from the Pacer defense, trying to get it over the defense, but that's going to be called on the offside. Pacers will take it over. Long pass up on ahead. Trying to get it as Caudell. He does in the far corner. Trying to center it. Ends up having it intercepted. Newberry taking it away the other way. And we have a man down for the Wolves. That's going to cause a stoppage of play. And they're going to call the trainer on over. About 43-53 left to go in the first half. And we already have a stoppage of the action. We're going to take a very short break. Be right back as soon as they get things sorted out. Giacomo Salvarezza heads on off under his own power. We'll just check him out on the sideline. Hope he's okay. We'll get back to things. Pacers just kicking it on in. And it'll be picked up by the Wolves keeper, Leroy Zeller. Rolled back out. Newberry setting things up in their own end. Trying to bring it on up. Pacers redirecting it, though. Caudell passes it on off. Trying to get it centered, pushed away by Zeller. Pacers giving chase again, and catching up to it is Pineda, Ricardo Pineda. He has his pocket pick, though, as the Wolves bring it back the other way. Long pass up on ahead, overshoots everybody. Pacers will take it over in the defensive zone and send it on back to their keeper, Kenneth Kallick. Pacers again trying to get on the attack. Wolves kick it out of bounds to set things up defensively. That'll give them time. Throw in from around midfield. And pushed right back out by the Wolves. They'll just do it over. From a little bit closer this time, though. This one gets through. Pushed on ahead. Getting around a defender is St. Thiel, and he sends it high over to the net and into the fence. Now we'll see Zeller throw the ball on out or kick it, whichever one he'd rather do. Sent on into the Pacer end. Off the head of Oliver McAllen, who's wearing the captain band for the Pacers today. Pushed onto the far end. Not out of bounds just yet. They'll keep it going. Kept in the corner. A little battle for the ball, and it's going to roll out. And they're going to call it Pacer ball. Pedro Gabriel is coming on. Onto the pitch for the Wolves. Taking the place of Salvareza, who's still moving a little tenderly. We'll see Kalik sky the ball deep in. Wolves send it back the other way. Ball still hasn't hit the ground. Now it does. Pacers taking it on over and trying to bring it back out. Newberry working with it. Gets around the Pacer defense. And they'll send it on over to their goal where Kalik will get the ball rolling again. Passed on up to Ronaldo Bailey. And he gets it ahead to David Box. Ricochets out of bounds. Still Pacer ball, though. Box looking for an open man. And he'll just do a quick short toss in. Wolves steal it away, though. Good work there from Trey Bonaparte. As the Wolves try to push it into the corner, and the ball ends up out of bounds again. It'll still be Newberry ball as it went off a Pacer defender. Eric Brody will take the ball on a free kick. Kicks it into a cluster of players. Ball bounces into the air, still bouncing off of two heads now. Centered and sent on out. But just before that was a whistle. I call that on the Wolves. Pacers take it over. Bailey finds Box, and that one sent out of bounds again by Bonaparte. Box again with it. Tosses it on ahead. Ball popped into the air again. Now they're looking for it to come down. Battle for possession, won by Tobier, and he sends it across. Long chase for Marco Izareta. He's unable to win that battle as it goes out of bounds. Newberry ball. Brought on up by the Pacers, although stumbling a little bit was Killian Martin. And Newberry will take advantage of that miscue and bring it on up the other way. Wolves keeping it in their own end, trying to set up, draw in some Pacer. Wolves again just playing keep away at this point right now. 37-47 left to go in the first half. Still no score between the Newberry Wolves and the USC Aiken Pacers. Pedro Gabriel bringing it up. Now he'll just pass it on off. Killing a lot of time here for the Wolves. Pacers just keeping back as long as it's not in their own zone. They're not too concerned. It brought into the Pacer zone, however, and sent away on a header. Tarek Miles just passes his ball off. Now he'll get it back. Intercepted by Martin and sent out of bounds. Wolves will take it over again around midfield. And now they'll keep it in their own zone again. Push forward looking for an open man. Tommaso Davico almost had it, but he ends up having to go out of bounds on him. Pacers take over. First time the Pacers have had clean possession in a while now. And they'll keep it at their own goal. Gallic just pushes it forward. Bailey loses it. Bringing it on up is Liam Moroloni. Shot on goal, and that just misses off the side of the net. Good opportunity there for Newberry, but the shot just missed. Maybe 2 inches to the right. It looked like the keeper, Calic, had a good read on it, though, so had that shot been a little more true, should have been an easy save. Goal kick on its way. Nice booming kick down the field. Covered almost 2/3 of the field, actually. And now the Pacers will bring it on up, looking for a chance of their own. Dancing around was Rodriguez. He passed it on off. Pacers coming up with a shot, and that one just sails wide of the net as well. Another good opportunity and a good hard shot from Chris Caudell, I believe. That one sailed just wide. Newberry back on the attack, bringing it forward, crossing midfield. Ball ends up passing everybody and is chased down by Bailey. Bailey sends it out. And that gives the Pacers a chance to regroup defensively, as Newberry will toss the ball on in. Gillian Martin giving chase, good pressure. Pass is intercepted. And Box tries to bring it on up. He's unable to, as he has it kicked away. Going over is Zurieta, and he'll have his pass intercepted. Newberry trying to find some openings. Trying to center it. Redirected, I believe, by Killian Martin. Back on out. Newberry will take it on over by sending it back to Zeller. Zeller gets the play going again. And a little dangerous game there with Chris Caudell bearing down, passing it around deep in the defensive zone. If he can intercept a pass, he's got a clear shot. Newberry now will bring it on forward. Box intercepts it, and it ricochets just a little too far away from him. Newberry taken back over. Back towards the goal. Zeller pushing it ahead. Kick down. Box looking for it. Puts it off of his forehead and out of bounds into the Pacer bench. Wolves trying to hustle up. Keep the Pacers from regrouping. Eric Brody passing it on off right around midfield. And bringing it up is Gabriel. Intercepted again by the Pacers, but picked up right back by the Wolves. Another pass intercepted. Pacers trying to take over. And now they get good possession. Pushed ahead for Caudell. Caudell has a little battle with it with Tarek Miles. And the Wolves take it away as the scrum ensued. Caudell really applying pressure, going straight for the keeper, Zeller. Trying to make him make a misstep. Pushed on ahead over the heads of a bunch of players. Catching up to it, though, in the end was Ronaldo Bailey into the corner. Newberry steals it away, but not before the whistle blows. And the Pacers will take over. Bailey will kick it. Goes off one head, off to the near corner. Rodriguez dances around, trying to beat his defender. And a kick on out for Newberry. I think we're going to have a corner kick here for USC Aiken. First corner kick of the year. And it looks like we'll see David Box take it. Box is ready. Kick is on its way. That one sails too high over everybody. Clear to the far side of the pitch. And Newberry keeps it in bounds and brings it up. Brought on ahead. Centered. Intercepted, though, by McAllen. And headed on out by Martin. Newberry trying to bring it back up. Pace is taking it back. Catching up to the ball now is Rodriguez, and it's kicked high into the air. Still inbounds, though. Thought that was going to sail out. Brought back for the keeper, Kenneth Kallick. He'll set things up again. Newberry bringing it back the other way. Still keeping it around midfield, though. Brody, now he finally passes it on off to Gabriel. Off the head of McAllen again as he tried to get it out. And the ball does go out, but it goes out of bounds to Newberry's benefit. McAllen again getting a foot in. All bouncing around off of a few heads. Brought back down. Wolves taken over. Brody. Passed on ahead to Bonaparte. Trey Bonaparte threads it through the legs. Ball getting away, rolling towards the corner. So Brody will get a good kick here. Pacers will sit up defensively. Good opportunity here for Newberry to break the scoreless tie. It's 28-26 to go in the first. And there's still no score. Kick is on its way. Goes off of a head, but the wrong way for Newberry. Brought back to center and blown dead. Pacer ball. Kallick kicks it on out. Good booming kick. And Newberry will end up pushing it out on their own. Pacer ball deep in the Wolves' territory. Worked around in the corner. Centered towards the goal. But it'll be an easy pickup for Leroy Zeller as he snatches it out of the air. They're rolling it on forward. Ace is applying pressure, though. You don't want to give up any opportunity. Push forward, intercepted by Box. He'll try to set things up now. Ooh, just kept in bounds by Rodriguez. Nice slide tackle there from Newberry. Gets the ball back to the Pacer defensive zone. Pushed on forward. Bonaparte with it. He's at a bad angle. He'll try to center it, dancing around a defender. Puts his shot up, but it is kicked away high into the air and sent on to the other side, giving the Pacers a chance to regroup. Pressure by Ricardo Pineda ends up calling the play dead. And it's a Newberry ball as the call goes against the Pacers. Just a short kick. Long shot on goal right into the waiting arms of Kenneth Kallick, who makes an easy save. And now he'll send it on down. Looking for an open man. Kicked on out. Newberry ball. Wolves with it in their own end. Sam Otley just does a short pass to Mouths. Mouths pushes it ahead. Picked on up again, but a whistle blows it dead. It'll be Newberry ball. Right around midfield. Wolves keeping it at midfield now. Brody sends it deep. And that will end up out of bounds. We'll get a goal kick here. Kallick sends it. Back into the Pacers zone. Good work from Bailey to try to pick it back up. Headed on out this time by the Wolves is Brody. And Pacers get the ball. Thrown on in. Right to the Wolves, who try to take over. Pacers stealing it back away. Here's a good chance for Rodriguez as he tries to get a centering pass off. It goes off of a head. Still up in the air, though. Going after it is Pineda. Ball ends up out of bounds, and we're going to get a corner kick here for the Pacers. Second one of the day. Let's see if this one goes a little better than the first. David Box will take the corner kick again. Corner kick on its way. This one a bit lower, goes off ahead towards the goal, but it's going to end up on top of the goal. instead of in it. So another corner kick. Basically, just a chance to have a do-over here for Box. Another one on its way. Nice and low. Fight for possession still. Box takes it over for another corner kick. Well, third time wasn't the charm. Maybe fourth time will be the charm, as they get yet another chance to do this one over. This time Newberry going to bring up some pressure. Just a feint. Kick back on its way. Redirected through to the other side. Giving chase was Killian, and he took out his man. Very aggressive play. Well, they're not going to give him a card. Hopping on up is Eric Brody as he shakes it off. Zeller will take it and send it through. And he sends it completely out as it enters the stands. It'd be Pacer ball. Just past midfield into the offensive zone. And they got to send the other ball back in. Quick toss in. Kicked right back out. And this time it's Newberry ball. Wolves holding it in their own end. Santil tried to get things going, trying to force their hand. Still doing so as that one is kicked high into the air. Waiting for it to come down is Martin, but it is picked up on a header from Brody and brought forward. Bailey knocked a man down to keep the play alive, and the play will be blown dead again as Liam Marolani is down on the ground, and they are going to bring the trainer back out. They're just going to check on him, make sure he's okay. 19:30 left to go in the first half. We are still scoreless between the Newberry Wolves and the USC Aiken Pacers, and while we have a chance, we'll go ahead and thank some of the sponsors that make streaming USC Aiken athletics possible. Those sponsors being Aiken Fish House. Southern-style seafood served up with some Southern hospitality. Stop on in and tell them Pacer Sports sent you. And the South Carolina Education Lottery. Remember, when you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, you're giving a chance. Kicked on back towards the goal, and the Pacers will set up in their own defensive end. Long pass ahead to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets tied up, but he's bailed on out by Box, who sends it back on in for Bailey. Bailey sending it over to McCowan. McCowan ends up having his pass sent right back to him as he sends it on deep. Falling down on the play was Santil as the ball ends up over his head. Little fight for the ball now, and it's blown dead. Newberry ball's the call. So Newberry again will get things started up. Passing it deep in their own end. Intercepted by Rodriguez. So they're going to blow it dead, though. Going to possibly call a handball on that. Looked like he might have just made enough contact to draw the official attention. Long pass deep into the Pacers zone. This one could be trouble. Shot on goal, and he scores. Trey Bonaparte just got past the defender and gave the ball enough of a tap to send it towards the net, and the scoreless tie is broken at 18:14 to go in the first half. It is 1-0 Newberry. Just got around the defender and just put enough of his foot on the ball to give it the direction it needed to get into the back of the net. The Pacers now trailing 1-0. Fox sending it on forward. Nice little spin move there from Rodriguez. Still a good battle for possession. Ball will end up out of bounds, and that will allow Newberry to win that battle. Quick throw on in. Brody sending it ahead. Goes off of ahead of the Pacers and sent the other way. Newberry cutting it off, though, and allowing it to roll out of bounds so they can keep possession. A couple subs coming in now, it looks like, for both Newberry and USC Aiken. Andrew Gallagher will come in for the Wolves. And coming on for the Pacers is Giuseppe Cimino.
And coming in for the Newberry Wolves, number 10, Andrew Gallagher.
Cimino coming on for Santil. Ball in on net. Battle for it. Still in front of the goal. Diving on top of it is Calick to take away a chance from Andrew Gallagher. Man, he comes right on into the game, and he has a chance to put a goal in. Calick put a stop to that, though. Pacers trying to bring it up the other way. Box bringing it forward. Kick back on out. Pacers will keep possession. And another pair of substitutions. Nick Avant coming on. And coming on for Newberry is number 11, Troy Paul. Avant coming on for Izareta. Thrown on in and sent on out on ahead. Newberry trying to bring it forward. Well, first trying to corral the ball a bit. Back around midfield. Tangle up of legs as Cimino brings his man down, and he's going to get a yellow card for that, and they're going to have a stoppage of play here. Now, Cimino comes into the game, and he's immediately on the score sheet, but not the way he wanted to be with a yellow card. 15:51 to go in the first half. Still 1-0 Newberry. Trey Bonaparte, again, the goal scorer for the Wolves. Kicked on back to the Newberry goal. And Zeller will send it ahead again. Just out of the reach, though, of his man, Ibrahim Nadir. Pacers trying to fight it into the corner. It's sent back on out. And out of play again. So Pacers will take it over at about midfield. With the ball now is Bailey. As he tries to cross midfield and does. Ball picked on up by Newberry and sent back the other way. Bailey fights for it, using his body to keep the ball away. Ball in towards the corner, and it'll be Pacer ball deep in their own near corner. Pacers trying to get it out of the corner now. Looking for a man trying to center it now is Rodriguez. Goes off of a head, but that's going to sail just past the net and out of play. Goal kick here for the Wolves. Zeller with a booming kick downfield. Goes off the head of Bailey. Rolls out of bounds, and they're going to call that a Newberry ball again. Battle for the ball. Killian Martin being very aggressive there. And they're going to want the ball brought back to the middle instead of playing on the edge. Now we'll get play started again. Push forward. Gallagher giving chase, and that's going to end up rolling out. It'll be Pacer ball with a goal kick. Calic finally sending it out. Goes off the foot of Caudell and sent back in by Newberry. Bailey puts his head on it. JaVale Tobier had it for a second. Now the ball sent the other way by Newberry. Gallagher giving chase. Trying to put it center. Marolani passed it on off. Another centering pass. That one all the way across. Troy Paul with it now, and that one deflected away by Martin. But not before the whistle blows it dead, and it'll be Pacer ball. Oliver McCallan will take it. Sent deep. Box picking it up on the redirect. And he'll send it on through. Looking for his open man. Caudell giving chase into the corner. And he's going to battle with Malls as the ball rolls out. But it will be Pacer ball. He'll get a shot to do something from just about the far corner. Or sorry, the near corner, not far corner. Passed ahead. Semino to Box. Box tries to center it. Wolves kick it or head it on out. Martin with it, and he loses it. Martin giving chase again, trying to make up for that. But Newberry will take it and keep it as it's sent back into the keeper, although Caudell almost had a chance to pick that one up and have a clear shot on goal. Up on ahead, Gallagher beats out his defender. Shot on goal, nice save from Calic as he dives down to stop it with a foot. Second great save of the day from Calic. May have only given up one goal, but he's made some spectacular saves as we pass the 10-minute mark, 10-minute remaining mark of the first half. Wolves will keep it on the far end, though, in the offensive zone. Duncan Mahulidy's looking like he's about to sub in for USC Aiken. Trying to center that one, but it's blown dead on the offside. Just a little bit offside, but that Pacers will take it any way they can get it. Pacers sending it back to midfield. Sent over for Rodriguez. Rodriguez has some trouble with it as he runs into a defender. But Sam Otley ends up kicking it out. Pacers will keep the possession.
Number 19, Duncan Mahulides.
Mahulides coming onto the pitch for Chris Caudell, who will take a break. Into the corner. That's going to end up out of bounds off of Rodriguez. Oh, Newberry will take the ball. Rodriguez trying to plead his case there. Officials not having any of it. Little battle for the ball now at the far end. Kicked back on out by the Pacers. Giving chase and catching up to it is Pineda. He's in the far corner. Looking to center, goes off a man, keeps possession though. Still trying to get out of the corner. Now he gets it free. Ball kicked high into the air again, waiting for it to come down. Still bouncing around. Pacers trying to get a shot on off as Killian Martin just sent a rocket into a defender. Ball will end up out of play, and it'll be Pacer ball. It's just over 7 minutes to go in the first half. Mahulides gets tripped up and ends up letting the ball roll out of bounds, but it will be Pacer ball still. Plenty of time to make something happen here to knot this game up at one apiece. Pacer will kick it on in. Long corner kick basically, but it's sent on off of the head of Rodriguez and out. So not quite a fifth chance, so we won't count it as a corner kick because technically it wasn't. And we're going to have a stoppage of the clock here. We're getting a yellow card here. Looks like Sam Otley's going to get called with a yellow card here. Well, they shake hands. Everything seems to be okay. Obviously, Otley a little upset about the yellow card, but he managed to make nice with the officials. Ball still in the Newberry end. Newberry playing keep away again, send it forward. That one goes off the body of Pineda up into the air. Zeller comes out of his net and picks it on up to avoid any dangerous chances for the Pacers. McAllen gives chase after that one, sends it on out, giving his boys time to reset up.
Substituting in for Newberry is number 25, Nate Kaminsky.
Nate Kaminsky coming onto the pitch for Newberry. Coming off is Liam Marilani. Newberry will throw it on in. A battle for possession around midfield. Won by the Pacers that send it on out. Newberry picking it right back up, though. Gallagher with it, right along the outside edge. And that one's sent on out by Box. 4:12 to go in the first half. Short toss in. Picked up by Box, and he sends it back out. Just trying to avoid a corner kick with that move. Kicked on towards the Pacer goal, more centered. And Newberry will push it out just a little bit to reset up. Ball high into the air. Gallagher gets a foot on it. Now Troy Paul with it. Has to beat off 3 defenders. And the Pacers end up winning that battle, and they'll bring it the other way. Pass intercepted, though. Gallagher bringing it back. Yeah, they're trying to get around some men. Ends up getting tripped up. Now they'll call a stoppage of play. Up ahead. Blow it on the offside, though. Would have been a great chance there for Otley. A great chance coming because he was offside. Alex sent it on ahead. Ball deep into the near corner. And sent on out again. Pacers will keep possession.
Now in the pitch for the Pacers, number 13, David Widener.
David Widener will come on for USC Aiken now. Oliver McCallum will take a break. Ball goes off of the body of Rodriguez and out of bounds again. It'll still be Newberry ball. Tossed on in. Killian Martin tries to steal it away. Pacers end up with possession, and it's brought back in by Semino. Now bring it up is Tobier. Box picks it up off of the deflection. Goes for a centering pass as we pass the 1-minute mark of the first half. Pacers were still on the attack, but the pass is intercepted by Otley. Zeller sends it ahead. Stolen back by the Pacers' Tobier as he looks to get it into the corner. Giving chase is Semino. He catches up to it just before it gets to the corner. And he ends up having it go off a defender. Right back into the Pacers' waiting arms. Sent across. Box gives a chase for it. As his pocket picked, however, by Paul. Paul bringing it the other way. 22 seconds to go. Long shot on goal. Takes a weird hop, but staying with it the whole way was Zeller to make the save. 10 seconds to go. Zeller will just roll it on out. And Newberry will try to keep it away to let the clock die.
2, 1.
And that will close out the first half.
We've reached halftime here at the Pacer pit.
1-0 is your score. Newberry leading the Pacers on the goal
USC Aiken 0.
from Trey Bonaparte. So we were going to take about a 15-minute break and be right back for the second half. Newberry 1, USC Aiken 0. And welcome back, folks. Marcus Johnson here again, thanking you for joining us for USC Aiken men's soccer as they take on the Newberry Wolves. Newberry leading 1-0 as the second half gets underway. Newberry will take the ball to start things off. All being brought back into the Wolves' end. Rhodey passes it on off. Wolves holding it in their own end, bringing it forward now to midfield as it ends up out of play off of, I believe it was Box's foot. Sent into the Pacers' zone. David Box pops it off his head. Working with it was Ronaldo Bailey as he gets knocked down. Pacers taken on over. Tobier pushes it forward. Picked up by Semino. Newberry kicks it on out and out of play. Pacers will toss it in quickly. Killian Martin with it. As his pass picked off as the ball heads in towards the press box, but just misses the box. Thrown on in by Nick Avant. Over to the corner. Centering pass is broken up beautifully by Malls. Newberry bringing it forward again. Coming back with 4 men the other way. Trying to get around the defender. There's a little pile up there. As the ball ends up out of play, it will be Newberry ball, however. This is trying to get it free. Whistle will blow the play dead, however, and Newberry will take over. Aces with it, actually. I thought Newberry was taking it over. Goes off the head of Martin. Back into the Pacers zone. Working with it is Tobier. Newberry will pick it off and send it on in. Long run here for Marolani. He catches up to it. However, they're going to call him on the offside. Pacers moving it around midfield. Stolen away by Newberry. Back into the Pacers zone and out of play. Pacers taking over again. Ball crossing midfield now, headed the other way by the Wolves. Picked on up by Davico. Into the Pacers zone. Nice move there by Cali to get the ball free. Shot coming up. That one's sailing over the crossbar and out of play. Calic was out of the net. The ball, or the rebound, I should say, drifted to, I believe it was Bonaparte, who already has 1 goal today. Long kick down the pitch. Newberry coming away with it. And the ball will roll out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to remain Wolves' ball. Tossed on in and sent right back out by USC Aiken. Newberry bringing it back into the Pacers zone. Still with it. Pressure from Martin, however. Newberry playing a good game of keep away, sending it back into their own end. Zeller sent it down the field where it's headed back into the Wolves' defensive end. A little collision there. No call yet. And still no call as the ball is going to roll out of bounds. And they're going to blow the play dead and stop the clock, actually. 38:01 left in the second half, and they're going to send the trainer on out. And again, we'll take this opportunity to make sure he's okay. It'll come back on. Brody back into things. Pacers will toss it on in. Tapped ahead. And that one sent out almost into the woods on the other side of the fence. Box will be able to throw this one from deep in the Newberry defensive end. Trying to get it centered on goal. Martin can't hold on to it. Sorry, not Martin. That's Pineda can't hang on to it. Pineda's still giving chase, however, and he'll take it back over. Well, regardless, the ball was out. He was going to try to keep the play going, but it's Pacer ball regardless. That one will be tossed on in. Bounces back on out. Pacers will keep it. Martin tapping it through the defenders. It's picked off. Martin picks it back up, however. Pacers with the ball, pushing it in. Long kick overshoots everybody, and it'll end up out of bounds. It'll be Newberry ball from the goal. Newberry holding it in their own end. Giving chase after it is Santil. Pacers with the ball now. Trying to get it on out, and that one's going to end up out of play again. Nice moves there from Newberry's Nadir as he passes it into his own end and keeping it away from USC Aiken. Another long kick. Pacers trying to take it back. They do. It goes off the foot of Mahulides, and Newberry takes it over again. With it now, Marolani takes his shot. It goes off of the crossbar. It might have hit Calic as he dives on top of it. I think Calic just got enough of it to push it into the goalpost. Either way, it still remains a 1-0 game despite the great shot from Marolani. Push back into the USC Aiken end. Pacer defense will try to come up with it. Killian Martin having trouble with it. Pushed onto the near side here. A little battle for it. Newberry trying to keep it away from the Pacers, and that's going to go off of the leg of Avant now to play. Wolves tossing it back in. Feet got tangled up there between Pineda. Pineda and Brody. Good moves here. Bringing it up, Paul pushes it ahead, coming out of the net and scooping it on up is the keeper, Calic. Calic gets the ball now. Bouncing back up is Ibrahim Nadir. So he had made a little contact. Whistle blows the play dead, but it will be Newberry ball. Sent towards the Pacer goal. Redirected in front of the net and offside. Score remains 1-0 Newberry as we have passed the 32-minute mark. 31:46 to go in the second half. Into the Wolves' end, Mahulides working with it. All popped high into the air. Headed forward by Pineda. Into the corner. And a little trip up here. Goes against Newberry. As Semino toppled on over. Pacers will get a free kick here, and taking it is David Box. Chance here for the Pacers to tie it up if they can execute. Shot coming up, and that one will sail high over to the net and hit into the intramural softball field on the other side. Newberry with the ball in their own end. Sending it forward. Intercepted by Tobier. Tobier gets it off for Martin. Pushed onto the far end now. Bailey kicking it through. And play is blown dead. So we'll remain Pacer ball. Long kick down the field. Goes over the head of Cimino. In towards the far end and out of bounds. We'll get a goal kick here for Newberry. Coming back onto the pitch for the Wolves, Andrew Gallagher. And he'll take over for Marilani. Kicked on out by Zeller. A little pushing and shoving going on as the ball is sent on out off of the foot of Box. Pushed in towards the Pacer end, intercepted though by Bailey. And out of bounds, remains Wolves ball. Sent high over the net. Trying to get an awkward angle shot off, and it sailed well out of bounds. Calic will kick it out again. Off ahead the other way. Brought on in by the Pacers, but the play is broken up by Newberry. And stolen away now, brought the other way. Paul with it. Paul able to stay on, even with defenders all over him. Gets it forward. Nadir passed it on ahead. Gabriel centers it, and it's sent away by the Pacers. David Box got a foot on it. Back on in by the Wolves. Again, towards the net, a header, and he scores! Coming up with a header was Troy Paul to get the second goal of the game. Newberry takes a 2-0 lead over the Pacers with 26:41 left to go in the second half.
Goes by number 11, Troy Paul.
The Pacers will try to now come back from 2 down instead of just 1-0. And a reminder that USC Aiken Soccer and USC Aiken Athletics as a whole is brought to you in part by the Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For all of your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, count on Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. And Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us. Substitutions being made. Daniel Reyes and Philip Intriago coming on for Newberry. Aces can't bring it into the Newberry end again. They'll try to regroup. Send it back in for the keeper, Calick. All out to the far side, ends up out of bounds. It'll stay Pacer ball, however. Or no, I'm incorrect. It's Newberry ball. It went off the foot of Pineda just before it went out of bounds. Wolves bringing it up. Nadir bringing it up with speed. Sends it forward. Pacers giving chase. Winning the race is Newberry, however. Trying to get it centered. Here comes the pass from Gallagher. The shot. Diving save from Kenneth Calick as he denies a goal for Philip Intriago. Back into the Wolves zone. It's pushed down out by Zeller. Still around midfield. Now the Wolves will bring it the other way. Another good pass. Davico centers. Over everybody's head and out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for USC Aiken.
Substituting in for the Pacers, number 15, Chris Cardell, and number 2, Marco Izarita.
Izarita and Cardell coming on. Back onto the pitch for the Pacers as Rodriguez and David Box will come on off. A ball now at midfield. And a little trip up there. Tobier got his feet tangled up with Nadir. Sent on ahead, deep into the Pacer end. It goes off of a head and out of bounds, and we're going to have a corner kick here for Newberry. 23:20 left to go in regulation. Corner kick on its way. Bounces. Knocked on out, though, by Santil and cleared away by USC Aiken. And we're going to have another stoppage of the clock. And they need to clean up Pineda before he can come back into the game. I'm sorry, not Pineda.
On the pitch for the Pacers, number 5, Ronaldo Bailey.
That is Semino, who's getting treatment over on the bench. Battle for the ball near the near corner. Pushed on out. Pacers trying to get it clear of their own end. Trying to push it forward, and a little trip up here. We'll give the Pacers the ball. We'll allow the Pacers to keep the ball and move it forward. And another yellow card coming up. This one going to Nadir. Another stoppage of the clock. Just as the ball was kicked on in. They're just going to redo it. Now we'll get things back underway. Mahulides heads it ahead, and it's pushed high into the air off of a foot. Bouncing around, and the Pacers will take it. Kicked back on towards the sideline and out of play. Pacer ball. Kicked on out again. Still Pacer ball as they slowly bring it up. Newberry taking it away now, bringing it up to midfield. Ball stolen away by Martin as it rolls out. Newberry will throw it on in. Battle for it. Mahulides gets double teamed. Can't hold on to it. Ball into the near corner. Centering pass is picked off by Calick, and he'll roll it out. Kicked ahead for Pineda. Pineda loses it, however. Goes out of bounds off of a Newberry Wolf leg. And now it's into the near corner in the Newberry side. Pineda can't hold on to it. Ball is kicked on out. And it deflects off of Pineda and out of bounds.
Substituting in is number 8, Boyan Manojlovic.
Long kick into the Pacer end. USC Aiken will just send it out. Well, again, ending up out of bounds around midfield. USC Aiken will take over. Good passing here. Kick, shot, and just wide of the net. Great opportunity for Volin and Nolovic. Wide open net, and he just sent it wide. This will bring on another substitution. Semino will come on, and Mahulides will head off. This will take the ball back at about midfield, just in the Newberry end. 16:51 to go. They have a 2-goal deficit to make up as Newberry leads 2-0. Kick goes over everybody's head and out of bounds. And it'll be another goal kick. Another long kick down the pitch. Picked on up by Newberry. Paul dances around with it, tries to get a shot off, but it's broken up. And Calic will dive on top of the ball to stop play. Another redirection out of bounds. That one ends up in the woods, and they're going to have some trouble finding that one as that one disappeared into the night. Luckily, they have another ball ready and waiting to go. I do not envy the ball shagger that's going to have to chase that one down. Newberry takes possession in their own end. Just trying to kill some time now. Long pass across. And now sent into the Pacers' zone. Off the head of Bailey. Out of bounds. It will remain Wolves' ball. Again rolls out of bounds. This time it's Pacer ball. Went off, I believe. Well, somebody's body out there. Brought forward off of the foot of Semino, out of bounds. Newberry takes over again. Newberry keeps it in their own end. Now they'll send it out. Gonna blow a whistle now. Almost another yellow card, but Newberry will avoid it. All bounces around a little bit. Pacers sending it back in. A little slip, though, from Pineda. Makes him unable to catch up to the ball. Now Wolves sending it the other way. Pass on ahead, overshoots everybody. Now it's the Pacers' turn to bring it back. In towards the goal. Zeller sent it away. Again, the game of keep away begins. Pacers intercept the long pass and try to send it back the other way. Bounces around midfield and going down and drawing a whistle is Santil. Pacers quick to bring the ball back into action. Pineda bringing it ahead, trying to center this one, and it overshoots everybody. Good opportunity, though, as Caudell rushed in. It was just a split second too late to get into position. Other than that, good opportunity, good chance for USC Aiken. Newberry with the toss in and cleared out from in front of the goal. Paces with it on the near side. Bounces around a little bit. Intercepted by Newberry. They can't keep control of it, however. Whistle's blown dead on a the ball is blown dead on a handball, I believe. Newberry bringing it back into the USC Aiken end. Gallagher tried to find an open man, ends up sending it clear out of bounds. Pacers will take over from their own goal. 11 minutes to go in regulation. Again, Pacers trailing 2-0 to the Newberry Wolves in the first home game of the season. And the first men's soccer game of the season. And again, the ball's kicked a little too early. They're going to stop the clock this time. A little bit of jawing and another yellow card coming up. And I believe this one is going to go against Newberry. Pacers long kick on in. That one drifting near enough towards the goal. It wouldn't have gone in, but Zeller thought it was enough of a threat to come out and catch it and send it back the other way. Headed on ahead for Intriago. Wolves pushing it forward. Troy Paul. Good footwork from Paul. He's been showing that off all night. Good clean pass across for Gallagher. Gallagher's shot is redirected. Ball rolling towards the far corner where it's going to be picked on up by Cimino. He finds he's checked, and he'll just clear it on out towards midfield. Anybody trying to push it back in. Pacers bringing it back out. Long pass ahead, looking for Pineda. Broken on up. Pineda able to catch back up to it as it was rolling towards the sideline. Wolves stealing it away and bringing it forward. Gallagher trying to thread a pass just a little out of the reach of his target. That'll be a nice, good, long kick from Calic. Bounces off of the head of Caudell and out of bounds, so it'll be a goal kick for Newberry. And we're going to have a couple of substitutions.
Christian Chavez and number 18, Dimitri Antonovich.
Christian Chavez and Dimitri Antonovich coming onto the pitch now. Pacers will make a couple substitutions of their own as Tyler Keller and Baker Yarnell will come on. Long kick out, kicked right back in by Bailey. Newberry taking back over, however, as they keep it in their own zone. Now the long kick ahead, trying to find Chavez. Broken on up by USC Aiken. Looking for Pineda, but that one slips under his feet, back into the Wolves' possession. Newberry trying to bring it ahead. Troy Paul tries to catch it, and it ends up out of bounds. And I think we're going to have a corner kick for Newberry.
Substitutions coming on the pitch.
And now the Pacers will bring in Keller
for the Pacers,
and Yarnell.
Tyler Keller and number 12, Baker Yarnell.
Nate Kaminsky coming on for Newberry. So we'll get the corner kick from the Wolves. I believe Intriago taking this corner kick. And the kick is on its way. And snatched out of the air by Calic to avoid any danger. And another yellow card coming up. I think this one is going to be against Newberry as well. And Kaminsky is who it's going to go against. All battled around in midfield. Pacers taking it over again. They'll send it back towards their own goal. Gallic will clear it. And the ball comes back down. Bounces off of the head of Bailey. Pacers again with it. And they'll push it back out. Little misstep there. May cost the Wolves possession. Ball still is free. Now Pacers taking it. Tobier with it now. He tries to thread a pass through. And that one's going to draw another whistle. And Newberry taking over. Newberry bringing it back up the pitch. And we'll have another sub here for Newberry.
Number 27, Giannis Wome.
Giannis Wome coming on for Newberry. He'll take the spot of Andrew Gallagher. Oh, rolling towards the goal. Shot! Goes off of a hand. Nice save there from Cal. He had no time to react, and he just got enough of his hand on the ball to send it out of harm's way. Under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Newberry keeping the ball in the Pacers zone. That is not going to help USC Aiken try to come back from down 2-0. Back in towards the goal. Calic will take it and send it on out to Killian Martin. Trying to bring the ball back up to midfield. Semino can't hang on to it. Brought back in by Newberry. Kaminsky passes it on ahead. Play broken up a little bit. Newberry still keeping it. And a good header from Bailey, gets it out of harm's way. Another long shot, broken up. Nice save there from Calic. Didn't get quite the clean catch on it that he had hoped, but he got enough of it to stop it from going into the net and slowed it down enough to pick it up and recover. Well, Calic has made some nice saves tonight. Don't mind the 2 goals. Nice shot coming up here from Yarnell, but it's broken up by the defender as it went off of his leg. Pacers trying to hustle for a corner kick here as they have 3:20 to go in regulation. Corner kick on its way, right into the head of Gabriel. Popped into the air and sent on out. Bailey will catch up to it, however. Try to bring the Pacers back on the attack. Long pass ahead for Keller. He can't hold on to it. Now Newberry just going to sit on the ball for as long as they can and clear it on out. Giannis Wom brought it up, ends up getting tripped up.
Number 33, Henry Cole, and number 19 for the Pacers, Duncan Mahulady.
Duncan Mahulidy's coming back on for the Pacers, and Henry Cole coming on for Newberry with 2:30 left to go. Trying to dribble it on through and having it broken up and blown dead was Cole. Newberry will get a free kick here with just over 2 minutes to go. Kick on its way, and that'll go straight to Calic. Calic gets the ball rolling quickly. Not a whole lot of time left to come back. Pacers will try to bring it up. Semino with it. He's checked by 2, and he'll pop it over their heads. Sent back to the goal, where Zeller will kick it out.
One minute left in regulation.
And we're back to the down to the final minute of regulation. Ball rolling around on the far end. Newberry with it. Newberry will get the ball. Clock continuing to wind down. And Newberry's just going to kill the rest of this clock off with 26 seconds to go. Back to the keeper, Zeller.
2-1-0.
And that will do it.
And your final score here at the Pacer pit. Newberry
2 2-0 is your final score as Newberry defeats USC Aiken on this home opener.
Apart in the first half in the 27th minute, and Troy Paul added a goal assisted by Trey Bonaparte in the 65th minute. The clean sheet goes to Leroy Zeller. We'd like to thank you for attending this evening's game. Remind you the next home match is Sunday, September 15th at 1 p.m. against the St. Leo Lions. We hope to see you then. Please drive home.
And if you haven't heard, the next home match will be on September 15th for USC Aiken men's soccer against the St. Leo Lions. If you could hear the PA announcement from Joe Kucharski, then that was absolutely pointless. But until then, I am Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us this evening, and have a good one.